is happening? What just happened?
Alright, so I just wanted to do a quick update video on the tier list for version 0.7.5.6. Short stack, I reckon it's still just S++ tier. It can be a bit hard to take, and sometimes I don't want to take it, but I have natural aversion to taking short stack just because I reckon it's just too strong. Overwhelming, I reckon should still be changed. That's where it is. Safety net still extremely busted. Gifts to keep giving, absolutely busted. Cookie, yep. Infernal ingot, yep. The cake, not sure how you get it still, but plus 50 max health is a very big number. It's more than enough to supplement more than one healing source. Times 2 damage, yep. Massive AoE damage, yep. Yep. None of these, yeah, this is the first change I want to make. Enhanced Detonation, I think, just because you can get it as a starting passive, and it just massively augments your run, I think I just have to put it in S tier. It is just incredibly strong. It's kind of crazy how strong it is. Moving on, Popping Column could probably move down in A tier a bit. It's excellent healing, but it's just slightly worse than like everything else. Glorious Suffering I'm going to move up a bit, just because of how strong Enhanced Detonation is as well. And Refreshing Punch is also incredibly high. Bomb Baton could probably go down a bit, but you know, it's still minus 150 health to all enemies, and when you have bomb passives and stuff, it's incredibly strong. Total, yep. Magnetism, yeah, I think I can afford to put it upper tier. It is in. The problem is it stuffs up your shots, which is not nice, but it is an amazing passive and does definitely deserve this kind of a high tier. Suffer the Sling, I reckon I can also afford to put up tier. Yes, it's only useful in stone comps, but I've actually gotten use out of it outside of stone comps, just as an early game survival passive, and it is just crucial for stone comps. So you know, Fresh Unicorn Horn. Unicorn Horn I actually do want to put upper tier just because it sets up some actually really amazing shots, and although you don't always need them, I find it's just really amazing. Both of these bomb passives are still pretty good, I reckon. Filibuster, I feel like with Filibuster, you just generally doesn't deal enough damage as you want it to. I don't think I can put it to C tier though. It's very solid. Plus 25 max HP, still excellent. I reckon Seal Conviction, I think it just needs to go down. I think the times where I take it are just too few. Weaponized Envy, I think it's got the same problem with Free Filibuster. I just don't think it deals enough damage. It's very fun comp, but Improved Catalyst is probably better than it for bomb comps than it is for self-damage shield comps. Oh, maybe not. They're very similar though. Yeah. Haggle and Satchel, I think I've got to move it down. I just really don't like Haggle and Satchel, it's just not very nice. Grab Your Hand I might move slightly up just because of the final boss fight. It is equivalent to Overwhammer, and Overwhammer is an excellent passive. Apple a Day, I think I'm just going to put it in Please Buff territory. I think now with the introduction of the Restore, I think Apple a Day is just too bad to count as an actual passive. Kinetic Meteorite, I think it's definitely moving up. The thing is, it's actually like really solid. I know that you really want refresh passives, and you want as many refreshing ways to refresh as possible, but like it gives a lot of orbs the momentum they need to be able to actually put out good damage, especially like Orb Beam, for example. Plus 0.5 damage in a pinging way. It's nice, but it's nothing more than nice, I reckon. Betsy's Hedge, yeah, I don't think I can put that higher. Although, like, I probably am rating it a bit weirdly. Super Peg, I'm going to put it down a bit just because my way of thinking for weighted chip has changed. Special Brew could probably be moved up. He's very solid, but I reckon it's staying there. Walls and Bouncers, I'm just going to put them. They need to be combined again, and then I reckon they can be D tier. I can probably also put Special Brew up tier. This I think it should be combined with Improved Catalyst. I think they're both just a bit too uninteresting, and it should be Bomb Steel plus 5 damage or plus 10 damage if you really want. And pop in one hit. Confusion Mask, I love the flavor, but I think it sucks. Orb 7 plus 1 persist is good in a lot of scenarios, but you also can't take it in a lot of scenarios. I think because of the Restore when it's once per battle clause, I will be putting it up a bit more, but you know. By the way, with the D tier, most of the stuff in D tier is basically also in the Please Buff tier, which is why I'm moving it down. It's like this technically doesn't need buffing, but you know. Basic Blade. I mean, I think they can just remove this passive from the game. The fact that both of these exist in tandem is like, it's just weird. Same with this one. I think that these two should be combined. Or something similar to that. They both have cool flavor, but I just don't find that they proc enough to matter. Weighted chip. The thing is, I love the flavor of weighted chip, and so I don't need them. I don't want them to change weighted chip as such. It's just I reckon it sucks way too much to be able to ever take. Yeah, these two should be combined, I reckon. Plus 1 extra crit. I mean, it's good, but it definitely needs to be changed. One of the most amazing things they've just done, though, is they removed these two passes from the game, which I absolutely love. These two passes were really bad. Puppet definitely needs to be buffed. This one, it probably doesn't need to be buffed as such. I think it can apply like 2% blind, and then also whenever enemies miss, they lose 5 blind. Something like that. Just because I just don't think the 1 blind is enough. Once you combine it with 1 blind, you're playing a blind comp, and you have your attacks apply 4 blind, you can actually get a reasonable amount of blind, but I still don't think it's enough to matter. These two should be combined. This one, it's just nowhere near as strong as like this, which I think is the minimum strong for how good they need to be. Like this one as well. I don't know, either adding more ticks. Honestly, I wouldn't mind if they removed it entirely. I also just don't enjoy the sound that it makes. Yeah. Confusion Mask +2/+3 while you have debuffs is really cool text, but there are like not enough debuffs in the game to make it worth it. Feels like 4/5. Then it'll probably be worth it, but you know. Post battle healing is increased by a tiny amount that will never matter. I really don't think it matters, especially when you're looking at the restore, increasing your max health, and then for increasing your percentage health gains. I just don't think it matters. And I've already talked about Apple Day. Yeah. And then I'm going to use this passive as Refresher Course for now. Just because Refresher Course isn't yet in this tier list, unfortunately. Refresher Course, I reckon, is high A tier. It's incredibly strong. It allows you to make your up with Refresher. It allows you to make refresh comps, which without it, refresh comps are, they're kind of lacking. Like, yes, you can do a few things. You can either use like gifts to keep giving glorious suffering. They're both excellent at making refresh comps. You can also do a little bit with Refilibuster, but generally that doesn't work as well. And then this is going to be the Critic Risk passive, filling for the Critic Risk passive. The thing is, Critic Risk is like, it's AoE, which you're not going to complain, and it's extra peg hits effectively. Like, it's half of what special peg is, except as an AoE. It really is just on the same power level as special pegs, I think. It's just really, it's not that amazing. You need more AoE if you're going to take AoE, and you know, if AoE is reliant on other AoE, it's not really very good.